Yes, the hosting of the Super Rugby match between Crusaders and Chiefs is a major highlight in the field of sports development and sports tourism this year. This is much anticipated, and the match will be played on the 1st of July at the ANZ Gymnasium. Madam Speaker, the game is being funded through government funding of 2.3 million, which will meet costs related to team guarantees, accommodation, and local travel costs. In addition, Fortress Information System is sponsoring $1 million as corporate sponsorship for the event. I thank them for this sufficient contribution, and on behalf of the rugby-loving citizens of our country. Madam Speaker, this match is the Chiefs' home game played locally from following representatives from the Chiefs rugby team visited to assess and approve the venue for the game and to begin their logistic planning for this event. In terms of international broadcasting, Madam Speaker, Sky TV, New Zealand's broadcasting team has already assessed the lighting for the night game and to commence groundwork discussion with local suppliers. Madam Speaker, furthermore, Fiji Airways is being engaged by SANSA as the international airline to provide flights to the Crusaders and the Chiefs teams to the Suva for the match. This is a further proof of the continuing recognition being given to Fiji Airways and our capacity to deliver. Fiji Airways will provide 2 direct flights from Auckland to Suva for the teams. In addition to this, Madam Speaker, Fiji Airways has been engaged to provide 2 extra fully chartered flights to bring in those who have purchased corporate hospitality and sponsored packages for this event. Madam Speaker, this is a great opportunity for Suva and Fiji. It reaffirms Suva as this sporting capital for the Pacific. This is a global first. This will be the first officially endorsed Super Rugby competition game played overseas away from New Zealand, Australia, or South Africa. Fiji will forever be the first in this space. Live from Suva, Fiji will be the announcement. Housing a top-tier international professional sports event illustrates that Fiji is a modern, dynamic society that is on the front foot globally and increasingly a leader in sports. It projects Fiji as a dynamic, secure, and open for business, a country that demonstrates that we have the means to host top caliber events of this nature. It reaffirms our business credential, our can-do attitude, and ability to drive consumption and further economic activity. Madam Speaker, in terms of extended reach as the first event of its kind outside New Zealand, Australia, and South Africa, it will generate disproportionately positive attention via increased coverage through television, radio, and print media across the globe. Sky TV is supportive because of the similar benefits of extra viewership for special events of the nature. Sky TV and its affiliates across 154 countries reach over 200 million households. This represents nearly 500 million people who will watch the live broadcasts in addition to replays and news report in the northern hemisphere. Furthermore, exposure for Fiji will be provided through internet, news platform, and of course, social media. In the first analysis, the project economic benefits of hosting the events are very attractive, with the direct economic benefit estimated to be in excess of Fiji dollars of 19 million. This figure may well prove conservative, as it is hoped that we can market Suva and ensure our visitors take a few extra days to enjoy our legendary hospitality. Madam Speaker, I would like to thank my honourable colleague, the Minister of Finance, for providing the necessary support to ensure that the financial support to ensure that we are in a position to host this important match. I look forward to further support for bidding and for hosting other equally important international events. In terms of logistic arrangement around the event, Madam Speaker, My ministry the Ministry of Youth and Sports will liaise with the FRU and other ministry involved, ensuring that the whole process is seamless from the time the teams and our other guests set foot on the Fiji Airways plane. Their arrival at Nausori Airport, and finally their departure. It is our intention to ensure that everyone leaves ashore wanting to return and singing our praises. I'm sure, Madam Speaker, that you will join me in the belief that this will be the springboard for future high-profile international sporting events being hosted in Fiji. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. I give the floor to the Honourable Karavaki.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank the Honourable Minister for his answer. The first question, Madam Speaker, is that I did not hear any logistics arrangement for any flights coming directly from Christchurch, because that is the South Island. Except I heard about the arranged flights coming from Auckland. This is the first part, Madam Speaker, why if there is no arrangement for a flight to come from Christchurch. And secondly, I heard about, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. You're allowed only one question. Thank you. I give the floor to the Honourable Minister.
Yes, consultation between Fiji Airways and the local travel agent in New Zealand are going. This is the figures that we have received so far.
Thank you. I give the floor to the Honourable William Ngavoka.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I applaud the initiative by government to hold these events in Fiji. But, Madam Speaker, most of us here are rugby administrators, and we know the difficulties the maritime unions have in organizing their tournaments. And there are FRU people here, and we know it's very expensive, staging an event for the B divisions and all that. And we would hope government would help the maritime people hold their tournaments in a way we do the major unions. So can I ask, Madam Speaker, if the Minister can consider that some of the proceeds from this match can be diverted to helping the minor unions hold their tournaments? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
I think that is a very good point. It's taken, and we will ensure that. But there's a plan ongoing for maritime or island zone tournament that has been ongoing right now with the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Thank you. I give the floor to the Honourable Kiliraki.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As I see the presentation or the answer from the Honourable Minister is more focused to the tourist market and the outside. My question is the affordability for the local, the basic fans of the rugby world in Fiji, and the environment where they'll be sitting on the embankment, whether they are exposed to the environment, whether it's night or day, whether they have that in their plans. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Yes, I think that is a very good suggestion, but we will come to that when we have that in place. We have the TV to watch it cast live. Okay, if you want to come to the ground, you'll have to pay.